So now now that you know what images are, and hopefully you've read in all the packages or you've been able to install all the packages that we need, I'm just going to move into discussing and showing some ways of reading in different images. And you can import NumPy as NP, the PL library, SK images, and so on. And now I'm going to just show you a very simple way of reading in an image. I'm going to call the function image, and this comes from the package PIL, because here I say from PIL import image with a capital I, image open, and I'll just take you to that particular package, to that particular folder, so you know what I'm talking about. So now I have a JPG image, this image, and a couple of TIFF images, and these are the ones I'll try to read. So I navigate to the folder which contains my images, and I specify the name of the image, which is IMG4781 JPJ. I'm going to just print some details about it. IMG width, height, mode, and format. So this is an RGB image with this width and height, and this is the format JPEG. Now I'm going to actually show this image like so by saying run. And it won't do anything much. It doesn't display the image over here, but it just brought up a different window. And here you can see it's actually read in the image of my neighbor's cat, and it's quite a clear image. And we'll see later on that some of the other methods that we employ for reading in different images do not nearly end up producing such clear-cut images, but then those are the different ways of reading in images. So there you are. Now we can even read in images with a SciPy based. Now SciPy this stands for Scientific Python, and we can read in an image using one of the packages based on SciPy. So we import image.io. I create a variable im2, image.io.imread. Again, I specify the folder which contains my images and specify the name of the image. I can print the type, the shape, and so on. And then I can say plt imshow, im2, and plt show. And once I did that, you can see the image has been embedded over here, and it's not very clear cut, but again the image has been read in and it's embedded within my Jupyter notebook. Now I can use a matplotlib based way of reading in my images. Again, I create a variable im2, I call the function mpimg, and I call it from here from matplot.image as well, import matplot.image as mpimg.imread, and again I specify the folder and the image name like so. And it's going to read the image from disk as a NumPy ND array, and again NumPy is a very common Python based library. So print im2 shape, and again it prints out the details, and then I can specify the figure size 10 by 10, plt imshow im2, and plt show. And as you can see, it'll just display the image of my neighbor's cat like so. And again, I can manipulate these arguments to have a bigger image or a smaller one. Now the thing is, we can read in multiple images from a folder. So just to remind you, this is the folder. We have a couple of TIFF files, JPJ. And the thing is, capitalization really matters in this case. So, and you're going to realize, so if you have images like this, JPJ and JPJ, then they're not exactly the same thing, not according to these procedures. But I'm going to try to read in these three TIFF files. So read in multiple images from a folder. I import CV2 and I import glob. I create a variable images. CV2, I call the function CV2 from here. I am read file for files in glob. And then I specify the folder. This star means basically any file which has the extension .tif, and we have 3 of those, they are going to be read in. And once they're read in, I can just show them. PLT I am show images 0. Remember, in Python the index starts from 0. So all 3 images are stored as 0. Then the second image is stored in index 1. So I say PLT I am show images 1, and so on. Now, as you remember, we have images of different extensions in there. So we can read in files with different extensions. In the variable imdir, I specify the folder which stores my images. In the variable extensions, I add the image format. So I have 3 different image formats: JPG, all caps, JPG, all small. So while they're both JPEG images, if I want to read in both of those photos, one of them which is a capital JPJ and a small JPJ, I have to specify these different extensions. And then of course TIFF. Files, I just create a list, an empty list for files. Files.extend glob imdr. So it will go into imdr. Star means star dot, it will look for this kind of pattern. E for E in extensions, and then it is going to iterate and look for all of these extensions which come after this particular dot. Images 2, CV2 I am read file for file in files. So PLT I am show images 2 0. So again, this is the image of my neighbor's cat, my cat, and so on. So these are some of the most common ways of reading in different images using the different Python packages that you installed.